Hey guys, back here to show you a common problem with a Dyson cordless head. This one is to the V6 or DC59. Some of those have different heads, so it kind of just depends on the model that you have. But if you have a head like this, you can follow along to try to figure out if this is your problem. But this is a common issue that these will stop, the head will stop turning, and it will kind of be intermittent. And the cause is inside of this bearing assembly, and I'm going to show you that. Okay, so first thing you want to do is we're going to open this up. So we're going to take our flat blade screwdriver here and pop this open, and then we're also going to take this end cap off. Okay, and this just slides out. And then pull your brush roll out, and if you have a lot of hair in your house, you might see the same thing, all that hair. Now see, this is a bearing, this is actually a sleeve bearing. All of that hair gets in there, and that will causes binding up for this motor, because there's a small motor inside of here, and it's got to be able to spin this brush freely without resistance, with minimal resistance at least on like floors and carpeting. And one thing that causes a lot of resistance is hair in the bearings. So it's very important, if you have a lot of hair, to pull these bearings frequently and clean them out. Now this one is a little hard to get to, but I'm using in this case an extension T8 on like a nut driver screwdriver. So I know that's probably a specialized tool and you may not have it, but if you want, you could probably also use a socket with a 1/4 inch driver on here, and then you could use, if you had like a smaller T8 fitting like this, which is kind of more normal, then you could still get into there to unscrew this. So but I'll show you. You're gonna reach down in there, and you'll feel it. There's a screw down into there. If you can see it, you may not be able to see it, but you're gonna put your screwdriver down in there, and then you want to hold the spindle while you're unscrewing it. Okay, and then you get the screw out, and then you can actually just kind of wiggle this with your pliers, and you'll see the screw comes right out there. And then this comes out. Now this is your drive assembly for the brush roll. This is what fits inside of here, that drives your brush. Okay, but behind that is where the problem is. So if you can see, all of that hair is causing the bearing to bind up, and you want to try to get as much of that out as possible. Now if it's too bad, I've seen it to where there's too much hair in there and it's too late to clean it out, and you actually end up ruining the motor. So in some cases it's actually too bad because it wasn't done on a frequent enough basis. So you want to get that cleaned out. Once you get that cleaned out, then you can put the spindle back on. And just press it nice and firmly, and then you get your screw located on there, and then screw it down. I can just hold it with my finger when I'm screwing it down, and then you just want to snug it. You don't want to tighten it down too tight, because it's a small screw going into a piece of plastic, so you don't want to tighten it too hard. And then you can clean this brush roll off. Make sure you clean this bearing off. Cut all this hair out. You can even wash this brush roll, because there's no ball bearings in here, so you can wash this part with soap and water, and then you'll be good to go. Hope this helps. Thanks a lot. Subscribe.